Good evening and welcome to another Sunday stream. I've decided to go back to Ossuary tonight and see if I can get improvements on my high score from before and see what other character types we get. So without further ado, straight into the game. And let's see what we get. Right, we've got a fighter type with high strength, low defense, low intelligence. So this hero is going to go searching for a blade. And gold, of course. Good, I'm glad the sound's working. Well, it's working for me anyway. I hope it's working for you as well. There we are, that's the blade I wanted. And yeah, still haven't lost any health yet. It's unusual for somebody with such a low defense strength. Oh. I'll take the wand anyway, but it's no use to us right now. I'll drop it later on if we run out of inventory space. Excuse me. See what level 2 brings us. Oh, rats already, that's nice. So you're going to come for me? No, you're not. You're just going to fly straight past. There we are. It's noticed me at last. So everything's a bit docile on this level so far. Something at last hit me back. Well, let's have an ice apple, recover a little bit. Oh, there's an apple to replace it. Ooh. Yeah, I think that warranted a potion, getting that much damage. Ah, first chest of gold. Looks like it's all the rats now. I've left the bats behind. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. I know, I've got 2 rats at me at the moment. I'd better quaff another potion. And eat another apple. This run really isn't going well, is it? You're not going to chase after me. Yeah, I need to slow down a bit in this dungeon because I'm letting enemies come right up to me. That's all of the apples and the potions gone. Right, oh, I've leveled up. I've got 1 extra intelligence, which isn't going to do me any good at the moment, but 1 extra hit point, which is going to do me some good. Let's celebrate with a sip of tea. Right, let's take some more gold. Right, you're not going to chase me, but you are going to hit me as soon as I move up to you. So I shall eat this apple. It's always best in this game, if enemies are approaching, not to step right into their path, but to let them approach you. In this case, that rat is just sitting and lying in wait for me, so I'm going to have to go forward. That's my gold reward. I don't have an apple left, and it's not worth taking a potion yet. You're not going to come for me. Oh, you are going to come for me. Right. Ooh. Down to 10 health. Can I absorb one more hit before... Yes, I can. Ah. Well, that run wasn't going very well, so I'm not too upset at that. But we've got plenty of time. Probably get 2 or 3 runs in tonight. 2 or 3 successful runs, that is. So let's see how this is going. Oh, it's exactly the same stats as last time, just by coincidence. I hope it's coincidence anyway, and not a 3-year-old bug. Oh, this wasn't a good place to see myself, was it? Luckily I got away with it. Oh, is that bat going to move? No. See if I can get around from the other side. Yes. Oh. The bat came, took a look and had second thoughts. Let's see if this one's going to come and say to me. Yeah, there we are. And I think this is the last of the bats. But I will have a quick check because I don't want to leave any XP or, in fact, any gold. I think that's everything, so we'll go down the stairs. Still just bats on this level by the look of it, but that means they are going to be a bit more aggressive. Ooh, an apple. You're going to come and attack me? No, let's see if I can get to that apple a different way. Yes, I can. There we are. And then, if need be, I can absorb a hit from this, but it missed. Okay, they're just chilling out. I think that's everybody on this level. Yeah, looks like it. So down the stairs we go. Still just bats. This does make things slightly harder than if we'd started to see the other monsters, because while it's still bats, they get more and more aggressive. They start chasing you from further and further away and hit slightly harder. But you know we're nearer to getting the better weapons, so we'll have to hope that the bats don't get too aggressive before we start finding the sword and the shield. Right, I think that's everybody. Yes, it is, because I've just leveled up. And I'm still at full strength this time, so I don't need to eat an apple. Forgetting how to use my own menu system there. The menu system on Ossuary is slightly more clunky than in later games, because you don't hold the fire button down to make a selection. You press fire, make your selection, press fire again. So it's not quite as nice as in barren planets. So that's why I tend to use the shortcut keys more. Ooh, my bag is full. So, and it's not worth eating an apple just for 1 point. So we'll see how I end the level. And it is worth eating an apple for just 1 point if it would avoid me having to leave a potion behind, which is what's happening now. Still just bats. Luckily, I've got lots of food and potions. Don't want to get caught between two bats again. Oh, I can pick up that. I nearly left it behind because my inventory was full. Oh, I've got room for, in fact, I'll take this, not the apple. Alright, that's everybody again. So down to level 6. I think we've got further than we did last time. Oh, this could be bad. I'll just trust that I'll get rid of this bat pretty quickly. Yes. Another chest of gold, and I've leveled up. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop an apple so that I can take a potion. It's useful to have some apples, but not in preference to a potion. Sip of tea before I continue. And I can see bats already. So this is going to be quite the adventure. Because as you can see, the bats are quite fierce now. They're chasing me from the next room, which they weren't doing at the first level. At least there was a decent reward there with all that gold. I don't have room for a potion, so I'm going to have to do the same thing again. Drop the apple, take the potion. In fact, no, I'll leave it at that. Drop the apple, take the potion. Just check that I haven't left anything behind. No. This is unusual. We're at, or down I should say, to level 8 and still no sign of anything but rather fierce bats. Right, we'll leave all this behind for now and then come back for it if I free up any inventory. Oh, a healthy gold store for level 8, that's not bad. Right, so oh, I may as well eat an apple in order to take a potion. Why is am I not wielding my knife for some reason? I must have been like that from the start of the game. I've forgotten to pick up my knife and wield it, so let's fix that now. A rookie mistake, but I didn't get punished for it, so that's good. It's because my strength is so high. If this character is has the same sort of strength as another character that was wielding a knife. At last we find rats. Rats have got more offensive power than the bats, but they're also easier to kill. So if I can one-shot them, that actually makes them easier than the bats. I'm going to eat that last apple, take that potion. And I've leveled up again. What's leveling up? Right, I've leveled up on both intelligence and defensive strength, which is okay. So let's get the stairs down. Sip of tea. Finish it before it goes cold. Right, spiders. This is where I want the shield. And hopefully I shall have the shield soon. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drop a potion, take the apple and eat it immediately. I'll leave the potion there because I can come back for it. I'll leave, there's the shield. Right, I'll take the apple. I will eat the apple immediately, put away the potion and take the shield. So I've got a bit more defense now against these spiders. Drop the potion again and then take and eat the apple and see if there's another apple around somewhere. I can only take one more potion down with me, so what I'm going to do is take it and quaff it for a mere 4 points, but that leaves room for another potion, and that one I will have to leave. Oh, I'll tell you what, I won't leave it behind. I will drop this one that's useless to me and take that potion. Right, let's open a chest of gold. I'm hoping to see more chests of gold soon. Instead of all of the purses of gold that I've been seeing. A purse of gold is worth 20, a chest of gold is worth 50. Can't take that yet. One-shotting so many of these rats. I've got no room for any of this. I believe that's everybody, so down I go. I can't get any stronger than this, so seeing this hero at his best right now, although of course there are better weapons later on. I'm going to drop a potion. I'm not going to pick up that apple yet though. I'll leave one inventory slot free. Right, I just saw myself level up there. So, oh, and it's defensive strength, that's nice. So let's grab that apple and eat it, so I'm back up to full strength. Take that potion and down to the next level. I'm a bit apprehensive about how far down I'm going to get before finding decent things like the sword and the axe even. Because I'll be facing some pretty aggressive monsters by then. Ooh. At least I'm getting decent amounts of gold in now. Up to 1020. So if I survive this run, I don't think that's a high score beating score, but I'm well on the way. Right, looks like maybe we're in the realm of all spiders. 100% spider dungeon. Oh, look, they're all huddled there tracking me. Nearly made a rookie error there, and I let myself get trapped by 2 spiders. Oh, a snake! A single solitary snake. This means, yes, there is the sword, so let's make sure there's... I'm glad I didn't drop it and drop the blade. Let's drop the small dagger. Take the sword. And I could drop the potion to pick up that apple, but there's a potion there, so I'll quaff the potion, take the potion. I'm trusting that I've cleared out the whole level, which I think I have. Yes. No more gold to take, so just down the stairs to level 15. I won't pick up the apple yet. Don't want to get flanked. Oh, a zombie, or cadaver as this game calls them. I've got no use for the amulet because my intelligence isn't high enough to make it effective, but I do have a use for that shield. So if I drop my little wooden shield and take the iron shield, I've now got quite a good amount of defense. If I temporarily drop a potion, take and eat the apple, I'm back up to full strength now. Ah, there's one more cadaver. Oh, there's quite a few different creatures waiting for me down there. Right, well, I've leveled up again. And it's defensive strength, which is good, so I'll pop a potion, take that potion. And down the stairs. I forgot that my tea's already gone. This stream feels like one where I'm going to need a midstream break for another cup of tea. But that's not going to be for a while yet, so we've only just started. Oh, yeah, don't get flanked. Ah, we're starting to see scrolls now. So I'll make sure to collect that scroll before I go down, but I won't collect it yet. Ooh, an axe. Normally, you don't see the axe until you see skeletons, but this dungeon is an exception. What's happened here is because there are other monsters still in play, it's just randomly. Oh, hi, Sonneveld. Oh, they're going very well, thanks. It's my second run because the first one was a disaster. Right, start collecting scrolls because I suspect we're going to start seeing spectres, I should say. Oh, right, looks like we're in danger of getting cornered here. Right, there's the skeletons. Here they are in force. Was that a level up? No, it wasn't. Right, there's another scroll which I shall pick up before I leave. And I think that's everything. So, quaff a potion, take a scroll. I think I'll want about 4 scrolls in my inventory just to make sure, because they do have a habit of disappearing when you need them. Oh, demons, that's unusual. Demons appearing before I see my first spectre. So, this is going to be slightly complicated. I think I'll just go for this spider first. the demon can't be hit by ordinary weapons. So I'll deal with these. I was going to say normal creatures, but a cadaver isn't really a normal creature. And then I will drop a potion, put away the axe. The shield still works against demons because reasons, but the axe doesn't. So I'll take a banish scroll, a banish spell, and that will deal with the demons. I'm standing on a banish spell as well, so if both of my banish spells disappear before I kill these demons, spider's going to come up right behind. Right, so put that away, wield that. Thankfully the spider missed. There we are. I got through that, no problem. Right, let's see what else is waiting. I have to move about carefully now because I don't know whether I want this axe in my hand. Oh, seems I've... oops. No, I don't want this axe in my hand at all. And I don't have room to swap things around, so I'm going to have to drop this potion. Thankfully the spectre missed. Put away the axe. Good, the spectre missed again. Wield the scroll. 3 misses from the spectre, that was nice. Ooh. Right, so I'll take that. I really should not be having a full inventory right now because it makes it more difficult for me to swap things around. Just need to check what is around. Right, that's nothing. So I shall quaff a potion, take both of these potions, and then let's see what's going on the next level. And I haven't leveled up because instead of killing things with an axe, I've been banishing with scrolls, which doesn't get you XP. Excuse me. Right, I've got the scroll in my hand, which is exactly what I need for this spectre, but not for this snake. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down there like that and hope that the snake goes down there. That's nice. So I can load the spectre out. Oh, you see there the scroll missed. Oh, hi, Lost Wolf. Yeah, the scroll's doing quite a lot of work. Yeah, nice to see you in again. So let's find get another scroll. And hope I don't get too many disappearing scrolls. Right, wield this. I'll lure the snake out of there. And let's see what else is coming. Ah, a skeleton. Oh, and there's a spectre down there, but I can lure that out when I'm ready for it. Oh, a nice apple, but I've got no use for it at the moment. So let's put away the axe and wield the scroll, ready for this spectre. I should find another scroll on this level. Good, more snakes. And now I've leveled up. So I think it added to my intelligence that time, which isn't that helpful. Right, I see a demon there, so let's put that away, wield that. Oh, and a spectre. I suspect, because demons can carry things, that the demon is carrying my last scroll. Oh dear. No. So I wonder what's happened to that. Oh no, I already picked up a scroll on this level. So I'm down to my very last scroll. So despite my character being of... Oh, there it is. I'm down to 2 scrolls now. And I'm not at all confident that'll get me through. So I'm going to take this. I'm also going to quaff a potion in order to pick up a potion. Yeah, I'll take the wand, because if I run out of scrolls and don't have the wand, then that makes this character completely defenseless against spectres and demons, which would be basically soft locked. So I doubt very much whether the scroll would whether the wand would get me very far, but at least it's better than nothing. And there's still skeletons. But this is going to be awkward. Right, let's put away. No, let's drop this potion. Put away that temporarily. Wield that and hope a demon doesn't come out of one of these doors. Come on. No, come. Oh, I'll tell you what, I'll do that. Right, and then put away that, and no, I didn't want to do anything in the inventory. I wanted to take the last potion. Oops. Take the potion, that's what I wanted. No, I didn't even want to do that, because now I've got no room to wield the scroll. So drop the potion again, wield the scroll, now take the potion. There we are. Ooh. I'm glad that spectre waited till I dealt with that skeleton. Come on, there we are. Oh, I could just do with that apple. There we go. Now, let's see if there's any demons in the way. No. In fact, what I should do is just keep an inventory slot free for now. Put away that, wield that, and there we go. So one last demon to deal with by the look of it. At least those hits are particularly damaging. Oh. Just got time to wield that scroll, and there we are. Right, I just check to see if there is a scroll that I haven't picked up. I don't think so. I think I lost one. Oh no, there is a scroll. Nice. So off a potion and take that potion. And down to the next level and see what awaits us. Oh, a chest of gold. There hasn't been much gold recently, so it's good to see that chest of gold, but I do not trust that corridor. Let's drop a potion, which will allow me to wield this scroll ready for this ghost. Right, let's sidestep that skeleton. Deal with these demons first. Hopefully I won't lose any scrolls in the process. Maybe I shouldn't say that, because I'm tempting fate there. Goodness, that's a lot of failures. Ah, at last. Right, so I won't leave that scroll there like I was going to say. I will drop a potion so that I can take that scroll and still have an inventory slot free for the purpose of swapping things around so that I can deal with this skeleton. Now, I think what I'll do is I'll lure it in here just in case there's demons behind. Did you notice the skeleton pick up the item it walked over? Right, so let's go down very slowly, just to make sure that I'm not about to walk into a demon or something. Right, let's put away this. I'm a lot more confident having 4 scrolls in my inventory. Because you've seen the rate that they can disappear at. Yay, more gold. Right, let's see if there's anybody in that bottom room, and there was. But I think this is the last monster on the level now. Wield this. Oh, that was nice. It was carrying a chest of gold. I noticed that we're not seeing cadavers anymore, so I think we've left them behind. Right, there's nobody there, so before I leave the level, I will put this away because I get a feeling that we might have seen the last of the skeletons now. And I will quaff a potion and take 2 potions. I will still retain the magic wand because I really don't want to be potentially weaponless against creatures of the underworld. I think it's just going to be spectres and demons from now on. So let's go. I need to still keep the blade though, because you need that to deal with the necromancer. I'll just let this one come to me. And there's one more scroll, but I won't pick it up yet. I think 4 is enough to be reasonably certain that I can deal with disappearing scrolls. But I can come back for it when I need it. Now is the time to start thinking about amassing potions, because you definitely need potions for the last battle with the necromancer. There's an apple there, but I think we're beyond apples now. So I think that's everybody dealt with. Let me just check this last room. Yes, it is. So I think I'll just keep to 4 scrolls and concentrate on picking up as many potions as I can. So I'd be tempted to go down to 3 scrolls, but I think I'll wait till the last level. Yeah, I'll stick to that strategy. I could have dropped a scroll and picked up another potion, but no, there's 2 more levels full of demons to deal with. There's an awful lot of failures there. Right, I won't bother healing up yet because I've only lost 2 points. Yeah, there's an extra scroll in case I need it, but I've got a feeling I'm going to be dropping scrolls on this level. Right, I'll back up a bit. Let's keep an eye on that inventory as well, just in case that scroll disappears, because you don't get a noise or anything when the scroll disappears. It just goes like, I've been seeing myself hitting demons turn after turn with nothing in my hand, wondering why I'm not beating them. And it's because the scroll's disappeared and I haven't noticed. So I think that's everybody on this level. I'm not getting any more. Oh, no, it's not everybody on this level. So I'll do another round before I start picking things up and dropping things. So I shall drop that scroll, take this. Now you can watch me lose these 2 scrolls on the last level and regret this, but you definitely need... In fact, I think what I'll do is I'll drop the wand and take this. Take the scroll, I'll take a potion. No, I think I'll go and look for if there's another potion. But there possibly isn't another potion, actually. Yeah, so let's take a scroll. Down to the last level now. Can you remember where the stairs were? Oh, and there's another potion. There should be 2 more potions on this level. And there will be a lot of demons. Well, 8 as per the last level. Oops. trying to lure both of those demons down there, because I know that if I stand at the end of the passageway, only one can attack me at a time. Right, there's one up there. Oh, I can lure them down this passageway. There's another banished scroll. Right, there's the necromancer. Wonder if there are any demons in that room there. No, there are not, so that's fine. If there were, I don't suppose it would matter because the necromancer will block their way out. Right, now I'll just make absolutely sure there are no more demons. Right, let's drop this and take that and eat that. If there's another apple anywhere, that would be helpful, but there is not, so let's drop that. In fact, the squirrels are now completely useless to me because there are no more. Thank you. Now, I think I should be okay here, but I need to watch my... Oops, no, that's not what I meant to do. There is a little bug in this game that I've noticed, that you can use enter or space in a lot of places, but not on the menu. Right. Why isn't it letting me? Oh, because I'm pressing the wrong key. It's wield, not equip. Right, so the necromancer always gets in the first hit. Right, go for potion when I get that low. Yay! So let's see what my score was. Oh, it was top, and it was top because I seem to have reset the score table. That's interesting. So I am guessing that when I last played this game, I wasn't playing it from this installation. So I honestly can't remember what my score was last week, and I don't know if I beat it, but after stream I'll go looking for the... I think I must have played it from the development directory last stream. So I'll go look in there, see what my high scores were. So that's one run. I'm hoping to do... Thank you. Yeah, I'm hoping to do 3 runs. Was I playing this game last time you were here, Lost Wolf, or was I playing something else? I've got a feeling that all you've ever seen me play is Ossuary. Right, what have we got here? We've got a character with high intelligence, but the stats are close enough that I may have to change partway through the game if my strength decides to increase more than my intelligence does. So this start at this level is going to be a bit precarious because I'm fighting bats with a low strength until I at least find the blade. And I suspect one of the bats is carrying the blade. I'm waiting for one that's going to come and attack me. There we are. May as well get that apple. Ah, right, Barren Planet Water. Oh, right, yes, that was last stream, wasn't it? Yeah, that was the anniversary stream. I've gone down to streaming weekly now, so you'll generally only see me on a Sunday. I've decided I want to be streaming weekly anyway eventually, but my plan was I'd throw in extra streams during the week until I got affiliate, but the viewer numbers aren't up there yet, and I'm just spending effort for no reason if I'm doing extra streams during the week when the numbers are nowhere near what I need. So I do need to stream at least twice a week to get affiliates, but I want to wait until my viewer numbers organically climb up to the to what's needed. And I don't think I'm hurting myself just doing a weekly stream, because it seems to be, as you said, the number's going to climb slowly. But once I see them consistently above like 3 people in on average through the stream, then I'll know it's worth me. Oh, why did I not pick up this? I'll know it's worth me upping the stream numbers just to push for affiliates. Yeah, I'll take that because no, I did not want to wield the apple. I wanted to eat the apple. There we are. Yeah, so once I get, because my follower numbers are slowly climbing as well, so I need to wait till they're up at what they need to be, and then the viewers as well, and then once those two are up, then I'll just do a bunch of weekday streams and hopefully get affiliate reasonably quickly. And then I'll be back down to weekly streams. Because with being a dialysis patient on 3 evenings a week, my evenings are limited, and I do want to spend quite a bit of time developing as well. I'm hoping to get a game of some description out in 2024. And I've just spent a lot of time on a game that was actually too ambitious to run on a XT. And so I'm looking at various ideas for smaller games. I've got multiple projects on the go, but multiple big projects, and given the problems I've had with my main project, I don't think either that or my second project are guaranteed to be finished by the end of the year, so I'm looking at something smaller maybe, just to make sure I get something out each year. You're not going to attack me no matter how much I dance around you. There we are. Oh, I'll eat an apple. Take this apple. Take this potion. Oh, gold. No, not yet anyway. I've written a game, it's another roguelike actually, and it's almost finished. But I made a big mistake in not checking it for speed during development. So I did a test of it at XT speed, and it was woefully slow. Like moving like this, you can only move about once a second, and it's just not going to be fun. So I tried doing some optimization. I did some screen optimization, which actually made it slower, and I've done some optimization on various other things, other processing that I was doing. It's a lot more advanced than this. It's got skills, it's got effects that can, like things like poisoning that can sap your strength each turn, and stuff like that. And I think all of that has just made it too slow to run on XT. So at the moment, I'm all out of ideas for making it faster, and I don't really want to release a game that needs a 286 with CGA. And they did exist, they were reasonably common, but yeah, my whole sort of shtick is doing stuff for the 8088. So lesson learned is to keep checking for speed during development so that I know when I'm getting too ambitious. So yeah, that's on the back burner at the moment, and I've got various other ideas that I'm looking into, including like simple puzzle games so that I can just throw something out in 2024, but also the more advanced things, strategy games and squad combat. Oh, I need to eat. And some board game conversions. I'd like to do a card game at some point as well. And most of those should be simple enough that they'll run quickly. The problem with a roguelike, as compared to, say, I mean, a decent roguelike is no more complicated than Barren Planet. But the thing with Barren Planet is for most of the game cycle, you're just moving a cursor around the screen, so nothing's happening. The scrolling is quite cheap that you see. I mean, you can see me going like this, although I don't think you can get to that speed on an XT. but you can move reasonably quickly in this game on an XT. But the problem is when you've got 8 monsters moving, and 8 monsters with effects like poisoning and other things, plus you've got effects every time you move, and it all gets pretty time consuming for the processor. Whereas a sort of game where, even a more complex game, where all you're doing is moving your cursor around the screen for most of the time, that's a lot easier to do. So my plan is, no, it's not worth eating an apple. My plan is maybe if I can't get the, oops, no, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to go down the stairs. If I can't get my roguelike running fast enough, I might wait until I've done the squad combat game and then put the squad combat engine in fantasy clothes. Which means that the effort of development on the other game, on the roguelike, wouldn't have been wasted because I've got all of the graphics, most of the display code and everything like that will still be relevant. But yeah, there's most of the board game ideas I've got are also in the realms of may not work on an XT, because anything that needs an AI player, I've got a game that I did in Java years ago. Oh, excuse me. I did the Viking game of Nefertafel in as a web applet, which of course they don't work anymore. And it's not so much the moving parts; it's the decent AI. It's being able to look several moves into the future to try and see what's going to happen. And I wrote my Nefertafel game back in 2000 and it's been maybe 2002, 2004. So we're talking on a P500 machine, and even in Linux, using a machine at the full speed, it could do a good game on a 7x7 board, but Nefertafel's often played on 9x9 or 11x11 with that many more pieces. And yeah, it couldn't play a decent game in a reasonable amount of time on those sizes of board. You were having to wait like a minute to let it move. So you imagine that on an XT, that's going to be unplayable. But what I'm hoping is that by writing in C rather than Java, it will gain some speed. But I'm not confident that a game like Nefertafel, which is like purely skill-based, I'm not certain that's going to be fast enough. But there are other ideas, like I did a mock-up for the Royal Game of Air a while back, which is dice-based. So it still needs a bit of artificial intelligence, but the number of different moves you can choose from is, yeah, I like that game. That would do great as a DOS game. And on each turn, you've got maybe, once you've thrown the dice, you've got 7 different moves to consider. And on a game like that, it's not worth looking too far in the future because you don't know what you're going to roll next. Oh, I ignored this, which is useful to me because I'm still using my defense strength rather than my intelligence. I don't know if I explained the way this works. When you're holding the wand, it adds 2 to your intelligence, but also you start using your intelligence instead of your strength for attacks. And if you hold the amulet, that adds another +2 to intelligence. And it means that you're using intelligence instead of the defense strength for your defense. Well, T is important. I think I'll be getting another cup at the end of this run. So I've collected everything from there. So let's go down. Oh, chests. And yeah, I'm not doing too well for gold right now, so the chests are welcome. There's a sword, but it's of no particular use to me. Actually, it is. I'll take it. while I've got space in my inventory. Come on. Right, let's take that. Oh, and drop the blade. Oh, I'll eat that last apple so I'm up to full strength. Right. One last spider to deal with after this. Take this apple. Right, so this isn't... Oh, this is a level on which I level up, but my intelligence is the one it's selected, so that's good. I'll just double check that there's no gold left behind. So let's go down the stairs. And, oh, a bit more gold. It hurt me when I complained about the lack of gold. They're not chests, but at least it's better than nothing. Let's eat one of those apples. Take that one. The thing about this game, which I think disappoints many of the people who play it, is that if you don't actually succeed in a run, your score doesn't go on the table. It fits the theme because the score is gold, and if you die, then it doesn't really matter how much gold you have. Yay! You know, I had a pre-stream nap, so I missed out on my pre-stream cup of tea. With being a kidney patient, I'm limited on the amount of fluid I can have, so I work out at the moment I can have one cup of tea about every 2 hours. Which is all I need, to be honest. I mean, when I didn't have this problem, I used to have a cup of tea on the hour every hour, especially when I was at work. Ooh, I wasn't watching my health there. It was a good chance for an hourly screen break. Just going to make a cup of tea. Yes, I'll eat that apple now. I'll take that gold before I hit the snake. Yeah, more apples would be nice, although not at the expense of gold, because I've got some catching up to do with regard to score. But I'll take this. I'll just check that there is nobody else left to kill. Yeah, oh, no, that's another thing. When I had a cup an hour, I wasn't drinking cups like this. I was having full mugs. But going down to teacups is one of the things I've done so that I can still keep up the number of cups of tea I have. Although, yeah, I would drink a mug of tea well within an hour. But it'd get cold otherwise. Yeah, the downside of drinking smaller cups is the tea's gone in no time. It doesn't last me any time at all. Once it's cool enough to drink, it's almost gone. But still, I mean, oops, why? I know why I picked up that. It's because I'm a magic wielding character, so of course I picked that up. So do I drop the shield? Yeah, I'll drop the shield and I'll wield that. Now you can see my intelligence has got a +4 on it, and that's what's being used for defense now. So let's eat quite a few apples. So yeah, I don't need to quaff any of the potions just yet. So I should be slightly better defended. The only problem is, every time you level up, if you're using intelligence, there is a 1 in 3 chance that intelligence is a static levels up because you get no choice in the matter. And what did I just level up there? Yes, I just leveled up, and it was my intelligence. That was nice. Yeah, there's only a 1 in 3 chance that it'll be intelligence that levels up, so 2 in 3 times you level up, it's on stats that you really don't care about. Whereas when you're a warrior character that's using both strength and attack strength and defense strength, then 2/3 of the level ups are beneficial to you. But the advantage of being a mage character is that at the end of the game you're not reliant on scrolls, because the magic wand will kill spectres and demons. Oh. Now why is that zombie not tracking me? Is it just because it's a bit docile? Yeah, I think it's just a bit docile. It's pointless going for that apple because I've got no room for it. She knows tonight. Notice that's a problem I only get when there is a camera on me or I'm in public. Never when I'm just sitting on my own doing things. Right, so I'm going to drop the potion temporarily, take the apple. Let's just, before I eat it, I'll make sure that the level is clear. Oh, the level is not cleared out. Now the level is cleared out, so I can eat that potion, that apple to go back to full strength, and then take that potion again. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the blade, because if you're not holding a blade, the game will offer a blade to you every level. So if my strength does increase, now let me work it out. If my strength were to increase past 10, that would take 3 level ups, which is 9 levels. So it wouldn't be until level 19 that I might consider taking a blade again. And that's if strength was leveled up 3 times in a row. Yeah, I thought things like this would happen when I started streaming. Right, let's leave the skeleton alone for now and kill a few other things, see what I can pick up. Although I'm already fully equipped. Yeah, there's the axe already, so there was absolutely no reason to keep the sword. Yeah, I'm not going to find anything else down in the dungeon that will benefit the mage. Although it will be worth, even as a mage, picking up some scrolls. But maybe for a mage only 2 scrolls, because you're normally going to be relying on your wand. Yeah, I won't start picking up scrolls yet. Once we get into the territory of having lots of, maybe all spectres and demons, then I'll consider having scrolls on hand, because they do get a bit difficult to beat with the wands in the lower levels, but we're nowhere near that yet. Okay, this isn't good. Let's hope I kill it on the next... Yes, on the next hit. Come on, there we are. Yeah, unlike using the scrolls against spectres, I do actually get experience for killing them with the wand. And that was deliberate when I designed this back in 2013, and I can't remember what the reason was. It seems like a balance problem now because it means that melee characters don't get XP on the last few levels. But at the time, I think I considered that acceptable. And part of the reason is by the time you're finished, a melee character has got a +6 axe and a +4 shield. So I think at the end the melee character is maybe slightly stronger. I think that's everybody dead, and I have 1 point of damage to make up, so I may as well, since I can't carry that extra potion, just drink one. Right, where did I... Oh, there's gold. Oh, right, I didn't realise there was one more room. Luckily I didn't lose any hits. Yeah, I should have realised I hadn't seen the stairs, so there would have been an extra room. Right, this is the point when I drink my next potion, I will pick up a scroll. You can see these ghosts are getting slightly more difficult for me to beat. I won't pick it up yet until I use the potion. And since there's an apple there, I won't drink a potion unnecessarily if the apple can heal me up. That one apple isn't going to heal me up now, but if I find another one on the level, I'll use those to get to full strength. So drop that, take that, neat it. Let's check for further monsters. I think I've killed everything, but I keep getting that wrong. Yeah, everything's dead, so let's drop that potion, take and eat the apple, take the potion again, so I have no room for the scroll. Yeah, it's around level 18 maybe that I'll think about collecting scrolls. Oh, I think by then I'll have probably had to use a potion to keep my health up because the ghosts and the demons are going to start hitting hard. Also, it's awkward having the scroll and another weapon when, even if it's the wand, when you've still got things like skeletons still left on the level. And cadavers, and still snakes were quite wide back. I don't know if there's still spiders. I don't remember seeing a spider for a while. Ooh, gold. This is a low scoring game by the look of it. I am only at level 14, but still, I would have expected more gold. I won't take that yet. Is that everything? Yes, it is. So there's still no... My favourite roguelike that's not mine is... on modern systems, it's Pixel Dungeon. That's mainly because I can play it on Android wherever I am. But I do have a fondness for the original Rogue. It's just nice and simple. I've not played many of the modern ones. My brother's got into Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup, but when I tried to install it the other day, it does not like the 4-year-old version of Linux that I'm using. So I need to upgrade my operating system before I can play it. I might look and see if there's an Android version, because if there is, it's easier for me to play that instead. But I've also got Shattered Pixel Dungeon on Linux, and I enjoy that Yeah, Pixel Dungeon is great. It's reasonably simple. Not simple like Ossuary simple. In fact, it's probably still more complex than the roguelike I was developing. The only one I play regularly though is this, and lately I've only been playing it on the stream. But when I'm not that busy with development and doing other things, I do fire this up often because it's just like when I'm not streaming at the same time, it's just a half hour to get through it all. Oh, excuse me. Surprise of eating just before stream. It's constant wind. Right, nothing else to collect or kill on here. It's not quite late enough yet to be collecting scrolls. So, yeah, I'll leave the scroll there. I think one of the reasons that I'm not getting much gold, knowing the way this game works, one of the reasons, I'll just sit up because I realise that you're losing my chin off the bottom, or I could just adjust the camera. I don't like doing that while I'm on frame though, because I invariably get it wrong. Right, let's have a look. No, that's you're losing the top of my head now. That's no good. And now my chin's gone again. I'm looking at the wrong thing. I'm looking at the screen. Quite way behind. I'd rather lose a bit of the top of my head. That's better. You can see all of my head now. Yeah, this is a good little lunch break game. The other roguelike, if I do get it done, is more like a 2+ hour experience. Which is odd because it still only has 24 dungeons, but there's just a lot more for you to be doing. Hello, Lady Vivian. Yeah, it's I've seen the original Zelda game recently, or maybe Zelda 2. And yeah, that does have I can see where the similarity is. Right, I think I'm ready to go down the stairs now. That's one thing I would like to develop, a Zelda-like game, but having just run into problems with the speed of the real machine. Oh, gold, yeah. What tends to happen, there's only a limited amount of treasures that they'll give you on a level. I can't remember how many it is, it might be 8. And if you haven't got a blade in your inventory, it will give you a blade instead of either, I think your standard default treasures are gold or apple. And yeah, if you haven't got a blade in your inventory, then instead of one of those, you get the blade. And if you haven't got a shield in your inventory, you will get a shield instead of one of those. And I think that explains why I've not seen much gold on this run through, because I didn't retain the blade or the shield. So I think what I'm going to do, I mean, it's maybe too late for this run because, yeah, I mean, if you imagine that could have been a chest of gold, or it could have been an apple. But the number of chests of gold that I've potentially lost probably amounts to, by the end of the game, maybe a few hundred gold. So it's not a game mechanic that I like. I introduced it because I didn't want to, I don't like soft locks in any way. So I wanted to make sure that if a player had dropped a blade or didn't realise that they needed to pick it up on the appropriate level, I didn't want them just being a dead man walking. So that's why I do that. And because this was written on a machine with 16K of memory originally, I didn't really have the memory to provide yet more slots for treasures. And of course, as I've said before, this DOS version of Ossuary is just a straight port of the Spectrum version. The only addition I made is that there's a score table because high score tables are impractical on the Spectrum because you've got cassette storage, whereas obviously on the PC there's no such problem. Right, I'm assuming that I've killed everything. Right, so soon I'll start thinking about retaining scrolls. Yeah, I have deleted a game because of softlocks before. I think it was Battle for Wesnoth, where it's an excellent game. It's right up my street. It's kind of halfway between full-size strategy game and tactical combat, because you have individual units on it, but units carry over from one battle to the next on that one. And if you lose particular units that you need for later battles, you're stuck on those later battles. And it can be like 4 battles before the one that you needed a particular unit for. You lose that unit and it's just pointless carrying on. I found that like fighting the same battle about 4 or 5 times, thinking that I'm losing every time and losing by far. I asked I think I was talking to somebody who said, what am I doing wrong on this battle? They told me, oh yeah, you need to still have this and that character, or at least a decent number of well-trained characters, otherwise you've got no chance. And I just thought, well, I don't want to go back 4 battles worth and fight the battles in the hope that I do well enough and potentially find out that, oh no, I'm still not able to beat this later battle. I thought, no, I don't like that idea, and it's put me off softlocks ever since, before I even knew there were a thing in the Sierra adventure games. Because without, right, I'm completely equipped now, so there's no reason to not go down the stairs unless I decided that I wanted to pick up a scroll. No, I'll start picking up scrolls next time, the next level. Yeah, that's one of the reasons that I don't play Sierra games. I will play the LucasArts ones, although I'm not particularly good at the adventure-style puzzle games, but that's just lack of practice. Yeah, I played through Loom, but I did have to use a walkthrough once, just to find one place where I was stuck. But only once, so all the rest of the time it was reasonably, not obvious, but there were always a few different things that I was ready to try. Right, this is starting to get a bit difficult. Yeah, I love Loom. It's a great introductory game, and I love the setting. I do wish they'd done more of them, because it's also a pretty short game as well. Yeah, it's about 2 hours, I think. And I probably took longer because I'm just not used to this kind of game. Once I get a bit more well-versed in adventure games, I might consider writing one of my own, because I think it's something that probably could be done on XT. Although I'd probably be biting off more than I can chew with the artwork. Right, I'm going to get practice with artwork, because I'm more and more doing title screens. The screens that you see on the stream aren't my artwork, they're free pictures. I don't know if you see the start and end stream graphics, but I'm finding copyright-free images on places like Pixabay. Actually, I think it's all Pixabay so far. And I'm converting them to CGA. I didn't realise there were still snakes. But for actual games, rather than just one-off pictures on the stream, I don't want to do that. I want to put my own artwork in, which means I need to be better at doing full-screen drawing. The main challenge I have isn't so much the CGA graphics, as if you look at the title screen for Barren Planet, that also serves as a manual cover in full colour. So in that case, I did ray tracing, but there were no biological forms on there. It was all vehicles and technological stuff, and a little bit of landscaping, which I didn't do that well. But if I'm going to start doing pictures that need monsters and people in, that's where the challenge is going to be. Or even things like trees. I've got no experience in things like trees, so I need to get better at that kind of thing. I'm going to take 2 of those, and then I'm not going to bother with any more squirrels. I may not even use them. If I start seeing myself guzzling potions and not having enough to replace them on the level, that's when I'll start switching to the scrolls. But probably only when the skeletons disappear. Yeah, I was thinking about Zelda type games. Thank you. And there's a lot more to Zelda type games than obviously than just the look, but thinking of like the real-time dungeon crawler aspect, I'm not sure that I can do that on the XT, but I'd like to try. And one of the things that would make it easier is maybe having very much simpler monsters, like monsters that just do a standard patrol. And the monsters in this game are pretty simple, so all they do is if they have a random path that they follow, they basically choose a random destination square, wander towards it, and if they get blocked or if they reach that square, they choose another random destination square. And if in the meantime you wander within a certain distance of them, they start chasing you instead. But I know that even something like that would probably be a bit slow in a Zelda game, so I'll do something like monsters that just like wiggle left and right. Pre-designed levels as well, so that I don't have to spend a long time figuring out paths and things. That would make things easier, but yeah, I still don't know if I could do real-time stuff like that at a decent frame rate. At some point in the future, I thought about converting CGA, the library that I use for the graphics, converting that to assembly language. But more recently than that, I've taken to developing in Linux and then just recompiling for DOS. And that's okay in C because most of the code is shared for CGA in between Linux and DOS. But if I were to go over to assembly language, I would have to essentially be having 2 different libraries. So I think that's the thing I eventually need to go over to if I want to get more real-time games in DOS or more games that require more processing power. I think assembly language is the way to go. I mean, if you see what the 8-bit guy did with, what's it called now? Planet X3. That was quite an advanced game, something that I couldn't manage to do in C because it just wouldn't be fast enough. But he went to machine code straight off because he's an 8-bit programmer, hence the name. And I am as well, but I don't fancy right now doing 8-bit 808. Sorry, I don't fancy doing 808.6 machine code. With Z80, when I did my 3Z80 projects, I'd already learned Z80 as a kid, although I'd done nothing in it, so all I needed was a bit of a recap. And if I did anything in 6502, it'd be the same. I learned that back in the 80s. I just need a refresher course, but 808.6 is something completely new to me. Right, quaff 1 potion, take that potion. I have looked at the IBM Technical Reference Manual, and I can can understand most of what I'm looking at in 8.8.8, but sorry, 8.8.6, but I've not so much even as written I've not so much as written like an add two numbers routine myself. Oh, excuse me. Which is why I think my first foray into assembly language will be converting CGA-lib and then still using C for the actual games, because most of CGA-lib, all it's doing is transferring bits of memory around, which is going to be relatively simple in assembly language. The main difficulty, I think, in converting CGA-lib to assembler is learning how to interface with the parameters that the calling C code is passing through. Work out how to handle those. I actually learned Z18650 assembly language before I learned C, and it made learning C a lot easier. Because the thing that most people are frightened of in C, the pointers, it was just natural to me because I was already used to using the equivalent in assembly language. I think at this point, I am going to drop one of these, one of the scrolls, because yeah, I think I've got far enough to say that I'm probably not going to have trouble handling the spectres and demons. And because the original Ossuary was in Z80, because I don't think that C would do for a machine like the ZX Spectrum, apart from the simplest, not necessarily the simplest games, because this is a simple game, but things like word games might work in C on the Spectrum. But because I was targeting the 16K Spectrum, I needed the tightest code size-wise. Yeah, this is why I compile in Linux now. I generally develop in Linux, even for my DOS games, because Linux has got tools like Valgrind to tell you more or less exactly where you went wrong. Even when you don't see any effect within the program, Valgrind can tell you you were accessing memory that's not reserved, or that you were trying to free things that weren't mallet, and things like not freeing memory that you were using, things like that. And in DOS, Open Whatcom is supposed to have a decent debugger, but I've got a feeling it doesn't support 16-bit code because it comes with a variety of config files, but every one that I try to use, it says I'm using the wrong config file. I can't remember what the file type is. It's something, it says like invalid DIF file or something like that. And I've probably got the extension wrong there. But yeah, I looked at all of the ones that they supplied and tried each one of them. There's a command line parameter to say use this diff file. And it said it was the wrong diff file for every single one of them. So I had problems with the game that I've abandoned. Well, I say abandoned. I've not necessarily given up on it, but with the game that I've mothballed at the moment, back in November I had problems where there were crashes and things going on, and I had no means of figuring out what was actually wrong. So I decided then to convert CGA-lib to Linux and took all of the DOS-specific stuff out, apart from where it was needed, like in CGA-lib. I think that's everything on this level. And yeah, I managed to get quite far in both that project and the other one I'm working on. With the help of Valgrind, it was pretty good. Where's the stairs in this place? There they are. Right, last level. And right, that's where the Necromancer is. I am going to drop, thank you. I'm going to drop this because in the end, I never used any scrolls. Hopefully I won't be quaffing potions with the demons. If I do start to do badly against the demons, then I will go and get that scroll. The thing is, if I can fight all of these demons using the wand, I'll get maximum XP, I'll level up once more and have an extra hit points to use against the necromancer. Right, don't get ambushed. I'll adjust my posture because I can see I'm slipping down off the bottom of my own webcam image. That's one thing I can do once I get channel points. I can't do hydrate for reasons I mentioned already, but I can do posture check. Right, see if this is the last demon. I'll keep an eye out behind me just in case another one tries to sneak up on me. Oh, 1 hit point lost. I have been lucky with this mage because I leveled up right to 12 intelligence when the game could have annoyed me by adding all those level ups onto strength and defense. Right, let's eat that, take that, and now it's time to deal with the necromancer. Oops, down, wrong room. Time to deal with the necromancer. It says sorcerer hit you when he hits you rather than necromancer. Oh wow, I didn't even need a single potion. Right, so let's see where that's got. Yeah, that score is lower than my previous score. In fact, I've got my normal finishing time for stream is in 25 minutes, but what I'll do is I'll have one more run, no matter how long it takes. I won't bother with a cup of tea because there's only one more run to do. And I will try. What am I, by the way? I am strongest in defense, and then strength is the second one. So I need to find the dagger. Yeah, if I get killed after 9 o'clock my time, which is just under 25 minutes away, then I'll call it a night. But otherwise, I will try and get to the end of this run. Right, I'll beat a retreat. Yeah, it's a bit precarious this first level with actually it's not low strength, it's average strength I've got. 7. All the stats are the equivalent of 2d6. That's not how they're decided, but that's the range that they lie in, 2 to 12. Well, there's the wand, and in the short term, that will help me. Oh, the dagger, that's fine. I will, in pursuing a decent score, I will take the wand, even though... No, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. I'll take the wand because otherwise, as mentioned before, it's going to be giving me the wand every level instead of apples and gold. I'll pick up the dagger and then start missing them. Right, that's... No, I did not wish to quaff a potion. I pressed the wrong key. I wanted to eat an apple. That was silly, but hopefully by a few levels' time that'll not really impact. It generates treasure when you go down. It's like at the start of the level generation, it's already decided which of these bats are carrying things. So like when you see that gold there, the bat was already carrying that, or it may have picked it up flying around, but it was treasure that was already generated at the start of the level. Right, let's wait for this bat to come into range. Right, I don't think that's going to move until I go into range. There we go. This already feels better for gold now. Ah, that's where the stairs are. I'll just double check that there isn't a bat hanging around somewhere. Hopefully it won't wait till level 9 before giving us rats. Aha, there we are. Hadn't even finished saying that and there was my first rat. I shall remember this time to eat an apple instead of quaffing a potion for 4 points of recovery. Right, is that going to move? No, it's not, so I have to go and let it hit me. And the same with the next one. That's nice, chests of gold. I can't remember what level I had to get to before I got 300 gold. I think I was about level 6 or 7 when I was at 300 gold on the last run. I'll eat an apple. I will just check that I'm not leaving treasure behind. You get used to a certain mode of play, especially when you're distracted and trying to commentate at the same time. You get used to a certain mode of play, like you get to the late game and you get used to not collecting everything in the level, and then you go into a new game and you realise you're leaving things behind unnecessarily. You're going to come this way? Yes. Yeah, it's odd how, well, it's not odd, I mean, it's just completely expected how when you're trying to multitask, certain games become a lot more challenging. I found that out when I tried to play a word game on stream. I was never the best at word games anyway, and yeah, trying to play one on stream made me look like an imbecile. Although word games is the genre that I've got some ideas of quick projects. Yeah, I wouldn't dare play chess on stream. I'm not that good at playing it off stream. If I do manage to create an F-Tafel game that works on an 8088, then that will be an interesting experience. I used to like chess as a kid, but after getting into more board games of that type, one thing I don't like about chess is that it's, with the level of play nowadays, it's become a game of memory. All the openings that you have to remember. I mean, it's always been like that. I've got a copy of Murray's History of Chess from 1913. It's not a 1913 copy. It's a more recent reprint, and that talks about chess in the, before it even reached my country, before it reached the UK. It was played in the Islamic world, and they were playing Shatranj, which had some differences to modern chess. They have books of openings and books of positions. The interesting thing about their chess is that I don't know if you know about the history of the game, like what moves were different things, but the queen used to just move one square diagonally until medieval times. The pawns didn't have their double step move at the start. I don't think there was castling. Oh, and the bishop was an odd one. The bishop used to move exactly 2 squares diagonally, never more, never less, but it could jump over intervening pieces like a knight. But the whole character of that game was that it was very slow in the opening, and different cultures had most cultures realised the game was a bit too slow at the start for their liking, but they all developed different ways of dealing with it. So in most of the Middle East and Islamic countries, they had a system where the first 8 or 12 moves were taken simultaneously. What both players would do is, there may have been some rules about not crossing the middle line or something, just to stop play being interrupted. But each player would build up their favourite fortress in the number of moves they had available. And then at a certain point, player would proceed to the middle game where they were finally attacking each other. And yeah, that was really interesting. But in other countries, in some of the European countries, they would start the game with the rook's pawns and the queen's pawn advance 2 squares. And also, I think some of the games had the queen advance 2 squares, even though she couldn't possibly have moved there with medieval rules, because that would require 2 diagonal moves when there were pawns still in the way. Yeah, the board setup idea was interesting, and you can still see it in, I think, Thai chess. I can't remember the name of it, and I'm not going to try and remember it while I'm streaming. But Thai chess starts like Western chess. It still has the medieval rules of movements, or similar rules of movement to medieval. But the pawns are all 1 step ahead of their usual position. They're all in the 3rd row. And in Burmese chess, your pawns are staggered on the 3rd and 4th row, like 4 of them on the 3rd row on the left, I think, and 4 of them on the right are on the 4th row. And yeah, I got my head around the rules, but not the strategy. And yeah, so you got your pawns in Burmese chess on your 3rd and 4th row, and then you set up the rest of the pieces behind them in any configuration you like. I better wield that sword before I attack the spider. And then the game starts. So it's interesting how every civilization seems to have come up with its own way of speeding the game up. And then what they called Mad Queen chess back in the at the end of the 15th century. Mad Queen chess was invented, where the queen and bishops had their normal rules, and they added things like castling and en passant and things like that. And because that coincided with the invention of the printing press, that version of chess spread around Europe in about 10 years. It took chess itself about 200 to 300 years to spread from the south to the north. And then with the printing press, this new version just conquered the whole continent and eventually the world. But it was about 10 years it conquered the continent. But if you want to play online without having to remember all the openings, then if you can find a place that does Shatranj or one of the still current Eastern versions of chess, you might have a chance just playing by the mechanics rather than memory. I'll eat 2 apples before this rat gets to me. And another one I really like is Chinese chess, Shang-Chi, because in that's again, it has medieval style rules, but it's very modified. The units are also more realistically military units, so you don't have a king and a queen, you've got a general and councillors. Oh, pardon me. You've got your bishops are elephants, which is what they were originally, and they still have the two-step diagonal move. There's no jumping at all in Chinese chess. The knight has its standard move, but because there's no jumping, you have to specify that it does the orthogonal move first and then the diagonal, because that so you can't just step around something in the way by doing the diagonal first. And that kind of makes knights more like they are in real warfare. Well, that was cavalry, I should say. Makes cavalry, because again, they're not knights in Chinese chess, they're horsemen. Because what you find is that when the board is cluttered, the knights are less powerful because they can be easily blocked by infantry, by the pawns. But once the board starts to open up a bit and there's free space, they get more powerful because they've got more freedom of movements. And the elephants are the same, the war elephants, but there's a river in the middle. The board's divided in two by what they call the river. And the elephant can't cross the river, so it's purely a defensive piece. Right, do I want to? Oh, I want to eat lots of apples. Now I can take this potion. I'm actually well versed in magic now, so I should. Let me work out. Yeah, I need to put away the sword and the shield. Yeah, this is. I've always been more interested in the history of the game than in like the strategy, probably because I can grasp it more easily. And this is all in Murray's History of Chess, but it's also in a lot of other chess books as well. I actually wrote a book on games. Actually, given that it's my stream, I'll do a bit of self-promotion, if you just bear with me. I'll look at Amazon, actually, because that's what most people are interested in. I actually wrote a book on ancient board games. I picked 12 ancient board games, including... oh, that's the hardcover. There we go. Yeah, I would... this book on 12 board games, on 12 games including Chinese chess. And I'll just post a link to it now. Okay, I don't think I need the massive link. Let me just see if shortened link gets there. Yes, it does. Right, I shall paste that in here. Right, if you've already got an Amazon account, which most people do, it's there, but also if you want to use this as a way of... Oh, this is the hardback book. I don't want the hardback. I know that's a bit expensive. Let's go for the paperback. Come on, web. There we go. Just forced it. So the link on Lulu, it's I think exactly on the same. It's exactly the same price. I get more of the profit on there. But it does require a Lulu account, which is why, for some reason, I've linked to the Italian version of the website. Yeah, that's just, it was the link that came up. I wonder if I can just put in the... Oh, it's taking its time to load. But I think I can add the link. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I published this about, it's nearly 10 years ago. It's 10 years since I've written the book. And yeah, it's the least successful of the books, but it's my favourite because it's the most interesting. It's so it deals with 12 different games going back from between about 3000 BC to 1900 AD. Because it's only got 12, there's about 230 pages in it, and because it deals with only 12 different games, there's a reasonable amount of room to discuss the history of each one as well as the strategy, and of course the rules. So this is what I used to put a lot of time into before I did DOS games programming. And to be honest, I'd like to go back to doing this again because I've got ideas for books, but it's a lot more work. And also, you can tell with those books that they're not professionally edited. Am I ready to go down? Yes, I'm ready to go down. I basically got friends to proofread them for me. And there aren't that many mistakes, but there's a lot of things that, like, parts that read awkwardly and whatnot. But I think they get the point across. The chapters in there. And that's a formula that I could do again because there's plenty more games I could find. I had quite stringent criteria for that book though, in that I wanted to make sure that every game had enough information available that I could do an interesting history. Had to, of course, make sure that it had a strategic element, otherwise there'd be no discussion of strategy. And then I also wanted to make sure that I was representing lots of different geographical areas, lots of different eras, and also that there were different types of games, because there are, even within the ancient board games, you've got race games, you've got war games, and you've also got hunt games as well. My intelligence is not good enough to rely on the wands. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop a potion and take this. I could dispatch demons easily with 12 intelligence, but if I start meeting demons when I've still got 8 intelligence... Oh, hang on a minute, there's an axe and a better shield. Let's take that and drop that and take that, and I think this is the point where... Also, there's another link that without spending any money you can get most of the information that's in that book, and that's going to the my old website about board games. This is why my DOS game site has got dos.kuningstan.com, because the www.kuningstan.com was already taken up by this site that's been there since about 2006, 2007. It has been redesigned since then. Right, let's drop this, because I think that I will now do better again relying on the melee combat. And the same with this. Let's put this away, and yeah, because so I've got 13 in total attack strength now instead of 12, and 13 total defense strength. So yeah, I'm doing much better with the axe and the shield. There's huge amounts of information on that site, including games that aren't covered in the book. There's, I think, about 90 odd games on that site, well, detailed pages for 90 odd games. And although the strategic discussion isn't as deep, and sometimes the history isn't as deep, and also there's the website doesn't have references like the book does. Well, the website was built up over that many years. There's also one useful document if you like looking into the history of these games. I did an index of board games with the sources that I had on where to get information from. And this was books that were commonly available at the time, including things like Murray's History of Chess, which is now ridiculously expensive, but when I got my copy in about 2003, 2004 was a reasonable price. And another really good book was Murray's History of Games Other Than Chess, which as well has skyrocketed since then. Because they did a 2002. Oh, right, no wonder nothing's happening. I'm trying to attack this ghost with an axe. Right, now I have to start being careful. Let's take the apple. I did see a snake there. Oh, I need to drop the apple again. Put away the scroll for now and take the axe. Yeah, snake and a skeleton. So I need to watch out for... Oh yeah, I used to make games. I've got a nice Nyman's Morris board, but yeah, well on eBay now, of course, everybody who's got something like that thinks it's worth thousands. A bit like computers and even software. But you can probably still pick them up on eBay and Etsy, especially people are still making gorgeous board games. And they do try, if you're looking at a beautiful handmade game, it's always been expensive. The only handmade games I've got are the ones I made myself, some of which are nice. But I did both. I did a reasonably nice Nefertafel set that had a veneer border, American walnut veneer border on a birch main board. But most of my handmade stuff was cheap and cheerful. It was just a slab of wood, sanded off, marking spot on, varnished. And I've got quite a few of those. Every time I used to sell them as well, but every time I created a new game for sale in the shop, I'd always keep one myself, partly to play, but for good business reasons. It was to make sure I had one on hand for photographs if I wanted to change my photographs on the website. I knew I had a board to photograph. So I do have the Royal Game of Art. A lot of the photographs on that board game site are the ones that I've made. Right, am I ready to go down again? Yes, I am. Right, the first thing I will do is drop something just to give myself a bit of wiggle room. Like when this demon comes along to attack me, I can put away that and wield that. Let's see if I can lure this demon without luring the spider. There we are. Yeah, I think I could have got my father interested in stuff like that, because he was interested in chess. He died in '96. Yeah, that's what but yeah, he just started to get interested in some of the things that we were, and vice versa. So, like I say, my brother, who's interested in most of the things that I am, computers and board games. And what am I wielding? I'm wielding this. Yeah, we kind of got him interested in PCs at the end. And then he was giving game recommendations to us. The game that he recommended to us was Ports of Call, because he used to be a kind of, it was in the, don't really know what you'd call the business, but like surveying of ships, and in the shipping business generally. He ended up as a senior manager before he retired. He had early retirements, and he got interested in Ports of Call because it was a game about shipping, modern shipping. And so my brother and I were playing that quite a bit. Right, what am I doing now? I'm not picking anything up. Oh, I should pick up that apple and eat it straight away. Oops. But yeah, all of the sort of book writing that I did and whatnot was after 96, so yeah, Ports of Call is good, and they're still selling it, or at least they were about 10 years ago when I looked it up. Right, what am I doing? I'm waiting for you. Why is this ghost not? Oh, it's because I'm on the menu. That's why the ghost isn't approaching. There we are. Yeah, this menu is definitely more clunky than later games. Right, so let's take this. In fact, no, let's drop this. Take and eat that. And take that. Well, this is going to be a quite a bit longer stream than usual because I'm only on level 11. So that's everything picked up that I want to pick up. I'll keep hold of the weapons that I'm not using because, as I say, I want it to give me gold. Yeah, I don't want to call it in the middle of a game. I'll just notice there's still rats. There's demons and rats. That means there's everything in between as well. Yeah, it's nice to get my my screen time up a little bit. Yeah, generally I'll be satisfied with 2-hour streams, but yeah, oh dear. Right, I'll have to deal with a demon and a rat, and if I'm not careful, it's going to be at the same time. No, it's fine. The rat will block the demon. Right, do I want to take that potion? Not necessarily. Excuse me. Now my throat's feeling the lack of tea, but I'm not going to get it now because I imagine I'm not going to be playing that much longer. Oh dear. Right, this is where it gets a bit hairy. Yeah, it takes a lot of killing a demon with the wand when you've only got an intelligence of 8. Oh, what I really should be doing is wielding the this. Because although the amulet's a defensive thing, because it adds 2 to your intelligence when you're already holding the wand, it means it's upping your attack and your defense. Yeah, I think this run's probably going to end abruptly because I'm having to use all my potions to deal with this demon. I might as well stick with the wand for now because it's only 1 point difference attack and defense. it's not going to make that much difference for a rat. If I'm facing a skeleton or something, then I do want to have the axe in hand. Whoops. Yeah, it looks like I'm getting through at least one potion per demon, trying to fight them this way. Yay! Put away, wield that. In fact, I shouldn't really do this now. This is the most awkward combination when you've got the magical items and you want to swap them for the banished scroll. Right, let's eat that apple. Oh, there's another potion. Yay. Because you've got two items to put away. You know, you need to for optimal defense against a demon, if you're already wielding the wand and the amulet, you need to put both of those away and get out the scroll and the decent shield. Right, this is suspicious. No monsters in sight. Right, there's a skeleton. Right, so there's no demons close by, so I can put that away and get the axe out. Even the skeleton is taking some hitting. I need to go quite carefully because, yep, here we go, there's a demon, and I need to drop things in order to deal with this. So put that away, wield that. Yes. And then we've got a snake, so I need to put this away and wield this. It is awkward the way you have to keep swapping the weapons this way, but it does add some decision making to the process. Yeah, changing your items eats a turn, which is why that's why there's some strategy to it, because you have to see the monsters coming and decide what you want in your hand ahead of time. So although it's awkward, it does add to the game. There's nothing more up there. What about up here? Ah, there's a demon and a rat. It's situations like this you have to be careful. When you've got a monster that needs the axe and a monster that needs the scroll, both coming at you. Although they're not both coming at me at the moment, which is fortunate. Which gives me ample time to put that away, wield that. I'm still not weak enough to need the apple. Somewhere there should be another scroll, because I'm sure I didn't lose one on this level. There it is. So, in fact, if I temporarily drop, in fact, permanently drop this, I should have quaffed it, actually. Yeah, that's more sensible, because the apple isn't going to restore me to full health. Quaff that, and then take the scroll. Right, and I can't fit those. There's no... I don't want to drop the wand and the amulet, because otherwise it will be giving me those instead of gold. I've noticed that my gold is a bit poor now. Aha! Prayer answered. Oops. Right, I'm going to drop that, wield that, and I'm going to take a step back, because I don't want things coming at me from 3 directions. Right, I'm going to leave that. Shall I leave that there? No, I think what I'll do is I'll drop a potion and take this. Ah, lovely. I shall come back for that later. Yeah, chest of gold. That's looking a bit more like it. That's on level 14, so there is a good chance if I survive this run that I will beat my previous score. Was there an apple somewhere? No, I left it on the last level, didn't I? Yeah, no apple here. Oh, there is a ghost though, and I'm not ready for it. At least it missed me. There we are. And I'll leave that potion until I've finished. Right, there was a skeleton there. Is there a demon waiting? No, so I can put that away. There might be a demon in this room. Oh, there's a cadaver. I don't see any more demons or spectres. Nothing in that room worth looking at. I think that's everybody dealt with. So let's take this. I'll quaff that, and then I'll take another one of these. So I really do like to have 4 of them when I've got a fighter character. Oh, my strength has increased to 8 as well. It's a bit of a mediocre character, this, because all the stats have been going up at about the same rate. They all started average. So by the end of the game, I might not have one stat that's particularly high. I've got, how many levels up have I got now? 1. Of course, I'm using Banished Scrolls, so it's not 1 every 3 levels. But there should be at least 2 level ups before the start of the game, so the highest my strength is going to be is probably 10. But I'll drop a potion just so I've got room to swap weapons. I'm glad I did. Right, what was that? That was gold, right. Nobody down there. I see rats up there, and no demons. Maybe a demon down the corridor. I'll have to watch my back while I'm doing this. Yep, well, not a demon, but there are spiders coming for me. Right, just a spider in here, I think. And 1 more scroll. So that was good. That helps my XP, having very few demons and lots of spidery sort of normal creatures. Right, so I've only got 2 points of damage, but I may as well quaff and take a potion. And then I'll do the normal thing. I will drop a potion to give myself a bit of room. What I should actually drop is the amulet, maybe. And then pick it up at the end, because I'm more likely to need an extra potion than I am to need the amulets. I won't take that right now. Weak creatures, this is what I like to see at this stage. And gold, of course. Always gold. I've nearly beat the previous score. Oh, in fact, I have beat the previous score, haven't I? Wasn't it 920? But I think the top score for today was 1100 and something. I don't need to pick up another scroll unless I lose one on this level. So take the apple first and eat it. Yeah, something like that. So I might well beat it. If I survive the level. And that's debatable with this character. Not the level, the run. Right, so I'll do what I said before. I'll drop this. I can see there's a demon coming. So let's put that there. Wield that. And already I've lost a scroll. But if I only lose one scroll per level... Oh, there's a spider coming, so let's back up. Alright, so... Now, it's not certain that the spider's going to come through first, but if it doesn't... Yeah, if it didn't come through first, I would have time to change the weapon. Right, it's probably going to be the Spectre, but again, not certain. Oh dear. Right, so put that away and wield that. I definitely want to eat that apple. Let's see what's next. A demon. Right, I'll move down here so that the skeleton... Oh dear. This is not looking good. That's 3 scrolls I've lost on this level. Got 1 scroll back, but still, if the same thing happens on the next level, I'm done for. Plus, we're not finished on this level yet, so there's ample chance for me to lose one of these scrolls. Right, let's see what this demon does. Oh, that was nice. I'll move slowly along here because there might still be a corporeal creature. Right, that might be everybody. Yep, that's everybody. Oh, and I have leveled up, and it's defense strength, which isn't a bad thing. Right, so down to the S for stairs. And again, I shall drop the amulet for the time being. Right, I have no idea who's going to come first. Ah, it's a demon. That's good, because it means I have the right weapon. Right, if I move here, that zombie isn't going to come around till I'm ready for it. Right, let's wield the last scroll. This is level 18, so if I'm not too unlucky, there's still the opportunity for me to pick up a decent number of scrolls again. And there's 1. Right, there's a demon, so put away this and wield that. There's a set chance for a banner scroll to work, and it's not dependent on any stats. It's meant to be suitable for any character. And also, when a scroll fails, if I remember right, there's something like 2d6 roll, and if you get 8 or more, then you banish the thing. But if that roll is a 2, that's when you lose the scroll. It might be 2 or 3. Yeah, I think it's if the roll is a 2 or 3, something like a 1 in 12, then you lose the scroll. Skeleton, and I have the right weapon for it. Right, so that's right, I took the scroll that was dropped. So I'll quaff that and take that. And the advantage of not having many scrolls is that we've got plenty of room for potions. But it's not a problem that I really want to have. Right, drop that. Right, we're getting to the point where it's hopefully just going to be ghosts and demons. I'll put this away, wield this, so that means there's not much item swapping. Come on. Right, I got away with that. That's only 2 monsters down out of 8. Oh, there is a cadaver there, so I will need to... Oh, there's a snake here. Right, let's put that there. And this was the wrong thing to do. I think I'm going to run well away. No, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Luckily, when you make a mistake like trying to put away an item that's already put away, you don't waste a turn. You only spend a turn on actual actions that succeed, which includes an attempt to hit when you don't cause any damage, because that's doing that was a successful move. Oops, I was moving too fast there. I think these are the last 2 creatures on the level, but I will be moving around carefully until I find out for sure. In fact, I should drop one of these potions, so if I have to quickly change weapons, I have the means to do so. Nope, that's everybody. So I'll take that. What was up there? Another one of the potions, so I'll take that. Make sure there's nothing... Oh, I want to get the amulet again because I'm still... I know I've already beat my gold score now, but I still want to get as high a score as possible. So I'll take that because we've got until level 24 to go. So there's plenty more potions to collect. Down the stairs. I move around carefully. Drop this. Put that away. Right, and wield that, and I think I'll retreat there so I'm not fighting 2 things at once. I was hoping that zombie would go off course, but no, it wasn't to be. So I've got to let the zombie take 2 swings at me before I can respond. Right, so the zombie picked up the amulet that I dropped. Oops. Right, I think the next thing to attack me is going to be that demon, so I will put that away and wield that. Come on. Okay, we'll have to dance a little while before it comes to attack me. There. Okay, I'll attack you before I pick up the gold. Right, it's not yet worth picking up the apple. I'm moving about slowly because I don't know what's in wait for me. Right, do this. Okay, I was hoping both the skeletons would follow, but that's it's not a big problem that they didn't. Come on. Okay, we'll do this. Lowering them right round that corner wasn't actually that good a move because I was thinking if something comes up behind me, I'm in trouble, but that would be the same if I was down in that corner and something came from this direction. Right, so these 2 are going to track me like that. So if I wield this, hopefully there's nobody up here. Yeah, so I can just let the monsters come to me. There, I managed to banish both of them without losing a scroll. So I'll take this, quaff and take that. Oh, I'm level 20, so we're getting there. Oh no, I wanted to take the this to maximise my gold score. Alright, so we have demons and I'm already equipped for them. There will still be possibly monsters that need the axe on here because we saw cadavers in the last level, which means there are cadavers and skeletons, so even if the cadavers have disappeared, there may still be skeletons. I'm pressing the key hard as if it's going to affect the banish spell. No, there's no need to pick up the apples. Is there anybody down here? Because I can see that in the next room. Oh, I can actually lure the spectre out while I've got the scroll in hand. That was nice and easy. Yep, that's right. That's how things work, isn't it? There's no reason not to take this now. I've got enough inventory space. I suppose pressing harder means you get to kill them with a more satisfyingly loud key click, especially with a keyboard like this. I didn't lose any hit points on all of that round, so I want to pick up the amulet again. Just check that I've killed everybody. It doesn't actually matter about killing everybody so much when you're down to using banish scrolls all the time, because you're not getting XP. So if you manage to get all the treasure you want, you can start going down without killing everybody. Oh, now this is what I don't want. Oh, I definitely don't like this. Oh, that's okay, I've killed that spectre. And I don't think anybody else is going to be coming up behind me now that I'm facing these. So I definitely don't want to lose any more of these scrolls. Alright, I'm going to step back here in the hope that nobody comes from the south. No, it's still not worth getting that apple. Okay, that's a dead-end room. Ah, this is one of those demons that I saw down at the bottom of the level there. Come on. Yes, then both in succession. I'm only going to be collecting at most one banished scroll from here. And that's that, but before I do, I'll take and eat that apple. Now, down here, I think I've leveled up all I'm going to level up now. So I'm going to take a risk in going down to the next level with only 2 banished scrolls. I may not have the choice if the demons take the banished scrolls from me. But I want to maximise my potions going down to the level below now. Come on. There. Right, I won't take that yet. Don't have to worry about swapping weapons because I know that by level 23 there's nothing left but demons. Right, so I'm not going to be picking up that that other scroll unless I lose one of these two, which is still possible. But now I think that's everybody. And that was an unnecessary kill actually, because I knew that was the last demon. So we'll take this. Actually, I don't want to drop the amulets or the scepter because, thank you, I'm going to need good luck on this one. Because if both of these banished scrolls disappear, which is entirely likely, not likely, entirely possible, I'll be left without a weapon. There will be stuff on the lower level to collect. There's if I dropped the if I drop any of the weapons, then they'll be there on the lower level. In fact, I could afford to drop the axe because unless I'm very unlucky, I destroy all the demons with banished scrolls. The axe is useless against them, and then I should be able to pick up the axe. Now I wouldn't take another scroll. I'd take another potion. Although taking another scroll is also valid, but I would take another potion because I've got to face the necromancer at the end. But yeah, the danger is, let's see if I can demonstrate it in here. The danger is that the necromancer, if I drop the axe, the necromancer is still in the corridor like this, and the axe is behind him, because then I'll never pick up the axe. Yeah, you really need the axe to deal with him. You need maximum attack and defense against him. And with this character, that means the axe and the iron shield. So it's a very small risk that the axe is going to be trapped behind the necromancer, but I'm not going to take the risk. I'm going to be happy with 6 potions and 2 scrolls. Right, I am happy to drop the axe now because I know that that's not hidden behind the necromancer there. It's accessible to me. A demon might pick it up, but I just kill the demon. Okay, there's nothing at all down there. If I'm lucky, the necromancer... I was hoping the necromancer would block the path between me and all the demons. That would have been fun. Right, there's another potion. I couldn't expect a 5th one in the row. Come on. Right, so I think that's 2 demons left to deal with, and I'm not going to get past that last one without attacking it. But there is another banished scroll. So, and there's the necromancer. Well, that was lucky that I picked up that scroll. And lucky that I didn't lose it. Now, this is an unnecessary battle. Can I possibly avoid it? Not really. Yes, I can avoid it, maybe. Now, what I'd like to do is go back and pick up as many potions as possible. But I've got a feeling that if I go here... Yeah, I know that demon is still there. And... Right, let's drop this now. Eat that, eat that. Right, so definitely don't want that in hand. Oh, I know what I need to do. I need to go and get the axe. And at this point, that demon is going to come out. So I'll, oops, wield this again. Take this. What have I dropped? I've dropped the stupid wand, haven't I? Right, so we'll do him out there. I need to drop a potion just in case. And drop another potion. Take that dot and just hope that I get rid of that without too much ado. Right, I'm not going to... Oops. Let's drop that. Put this away. Wield that. Take that potion. I could go for that apple. Yeah. Drop that. Take and eat the apple. Right, now I've got full strength. Ooh. That was interesting. A miss for the necromancer. Ah. Yeah, that was hit me for 14 points. And yeah, with the I could have maybe afforded to drink a potion at 14. But yeah, that was an interesting run. But sadly, no score because I didn't win. But that would have been a winning score. Oh, that's a bug. It's highlighted my latest score. What was intended was to highlight the score from the last run. And not the last successful run. It should have all been grey this time because I didn't win. But never mind. Right, yeah, that was a good stream. So I'm going to call it there. But first, I will just see if there is anyone online to raid. So let's go to Twitch. Let's make sure that I'm muted so we don't hear an echo. Well, there are retro people streaming. Right, there's C64 game requests. There is Captain Bible and the Never-Ending Dome. I don't know if that looks like a partial title. I don't know how it finishes. Somebody playing Zelda, but it's Spirit Tracks, which is, if I remember right, that's not a proper Zelda game. But since we were talking about Zelda earlier on, we'll go and take a look. Yeah, it's muted. Yeah, so they've been streaming for 2 hours 31. I don't see people saying goodbye, so yeah, I'm going to raid Soldable. So thank you for joining me. I will put it on the end stream and then... Actually, no, I'll launch the raid first. Make sure it's successful. Right, raid's been created. That's cool. So let's go to the ending stream. And thank you very much for joining me. I'll see you next.
Look, I do have the cartridge. It's here. What I don't have is a little plastic thing that sits on the bottom.
Who's that following me? Is it you? Welcome to me. You?
Thank you for the follow. Thank you. Welcome in. Thank you. Where'd that raid come from? That happened. There's the raid. Hello, Raiders. Welcome in. Hello. What brings you here? Who raided here? Look. I can't say that. Sinning Stan? What? I can't say that. Hello. Raiding. Hello, Lady Vivian. We saw Zelda and came over. Welcome in. This is what we do on a Sunday night. We're going through the entire Zelda franchise. We were just looking at Secret of Mana. But yes, we go through the entire Zelda franchise on a Sunday. And so far we are up to Spirit Tracks. It's proving very difficult because I'm full of Chinese meal and food. Kuningstan. Kuning. Wow. Kuningstan. I'll just skip Kuningstan. There we go. So we're just going round and round, you see. How's your Sunday going, Lady Vivian? It's Old English. I'm old and English. Kuningstan. Good. I'm going to go to sleep going Kuningstan. So, where do you begin the Zelda series? On which game? We began at Legend of Zelda number 1. Here it is. There you go. Succulent Chinese meal. Oh no. Q, not Q. QQ. Right. So Zelda, we started right at the start. Classic. I have that one too. Yes. I don't have the box. It's gold though, isn't it? Gold, you crazy Dutch bastard. We started at this one. The first one. Yeah, we didn't do a Game & Watch, sorry. Although, oh no, my brother's got it. We do have that, me and my brother together. Yes, the first one got. I don't have Zelda 2 physical, so we played that on the Switch. You know, on the Switch emulation thingy. It's beautiful, isn't it? I was just looking at it. I've not looked at it in a long time. It's like I was just looking at it. I've not looked at it in a long time. It's like I was just looking.